Evening all, Kieran back here with another video on this time previewing the racing for Saturday and Sunday this weekend upcoming at Newbury and Leopardstown, and obviously a couple from Limerick as well. Just add, obviously this is recording this Boxing Day evening. Obviously a great day's racing over at Kempton and at Leopardstown as well. Obviously the standout Constitution Hill. I will just say, I will eat my words. I'm not saying he was finished, but I thought he was going to not come back to his best, but he certainly did. He beat me I definitely underestimated him. He was definitely back to his best today for certain. And a great training performance by Nick Henderson, and he certainly now is all the rage for the champion hurdle. Lossy Mouth lost nothing in defeat, but she was never going to get anywhere near him, was she? Even claiming the £7, she was never going to get anywhere near him. He was supreme on the day, and fair play to him. And people that have got slips of 4-1-9-2 about him now for the champion hurdle must be licking their lips at the fact he is definitely back. He is definitely the best hurdler over 2 miles that we've seen for a while. And hopefully now he stays fit and well, and we see him in March at Cheltenham. So that is that. Obviously only the one winner today, the big Westerner, out of the 3 selections that I put up anti-post for today. There's 3 more obviously which I will put along that I've already put up for tomorrow, which is on from the previous video. This video I'm going to discuss, like I said, the races from Newbury and Leopardstown over the weekend. So starting on Saturday, we have the Challow hurdle at Newbury. It's the only race I'm going to cover from Newbury. Obviously the only graded race there as well. We got the New Lion of Harry and Dan Skelton's, who's currently 6-4 favourite. 2 from 2 over hurdles when winning over course and distance last time. It's done nothing wrong. Deserves probably to be favourite, and goes there with a definite live chance for sure. And then Regent Stroll is next in the betting for Nichols and Cobden. Obviously they love having a winner of this race. Obviously they've had plenty down the years. Won it last year with Captain Teague, and they've got a potential decent one on their hands here. Obviously won a Newbury maiden very nicely over 2 miles, even though making a mistake at the second last, which might have stopped a few horses, but he was quickly back on the bridle and won very readily from a horse who actually was good and clever. Finished second. He was third today in the race behind Potter's Charm at Aintree, so that could work out to be decent form for Regent Stroll. Now stepping up in trip to the 2.5 mile, I don't think it'll inconvenience him. And then you've got Bill Joyce of the John Joy Neal team that is in here at 4-1. Obviously won round Sandown last time in a grade 2. Really outstaying the horses on tacky and heavy, well, soft tacky ground I'd say. Well, I don't think it was heavy, although it looked like it was riding heady that day. I think it was only 3 finishes in the race. So he could come here with every chance as well. He's obviously 2 from 2 over hurdles after winning at Carlisle first time up, and then at Sandown in that race I just spoke about. But the one I'm going to take a swing on, and I mentioned Potter's Charm a second ago, obviously he's won again today and gone 4 from 4 over hurdles, is First Confession of Colin Tizard's, currently priced up at 25-1. Now he ran in the October race first time up over hurdles behind Potter's Charm at the October meeting at Cheltenham. Obviously Manila 6-0 was second. Everybody knows I've been banging on about this horse in regards to Martin Pipe. He's run again today and finished second today over 3 miles behind the big Westerner. So he's now ran 5 times. So he's definitely in line for handicap now. I really think he's a Martin Pipe horse. And then First Confession was third that day. He was beaten 11 lengths by Potter's Charm, which, come to think of it now that he's now won a grade 1 today, you think that this form potentially could be decent. This horse maybe overpriced at 25-1. He won at Ascot next time out, only beating two rivals, but did it nicely up at Ascot. And I think 25-1 for this race. I think he's overpriced. and I'm willing to take a swing at him. And I think the form from that October race is really turning out, and I think he's got a big chance in this race, and he certainly will outrun his odds at 25-1. So that's first confession. The other two races I'm going to touch on Saturday are both at Leopardstown. First, we have the Savills Hurdle, where Home by the Lee is 9-4 favourite. Now, he won last time out in the Smullen Hurdle, beating Bob Ollinger, who reapologizes here. But he was sent off, I think he was sent off 7-4 favourite for this race last year and failed to live up to expectations, only finishing 5th of 6 finishers, and was very leggy. They said he was, I'm not sure whether there was anything wrong with him after the race, but certainly not one that you could trust over 3 miles around Leopardstown. So I'd be willing to take him on at this trip. 9-4 is far too skinny. Then you got Bob Ollinger, who down the years I've loved this horse, but 11-4 for a horse who is not proven, I don't think, at 3 miles. And as much as I'd love to back him in this race, I shouldn't. I should be going head over heart and not backing him, especially at the price at 11-4. And next in is Hewick, obviously coming here rather than trying to defend his title of the King George. He's 11-2, but I think the grain might go against him. Like, he wants good grain. It's currently good to yield in over at Leopardstown, but I'm not sure whether we're due any rain anytime soon. But I think the grain might go against him, and I'd be willing to take him on back. I know he's back over hurdles. 11-2, I'm willing to sidestep him and take him on. The one I am going to put up in this race, now he's a 10-year-old, so I really shouldn't be putting him up, and he's a bit of a lunatic as well, is asterion forlange for Willie Mullins. Now, everybody's going to say, what the hell are you doing putting this boy up? Like, he's not won over hurdles in God knows how long, but he was second in this race last year, so he's got course form, beaten 10 lengths by Irish Point, who obviously is out for the season. And obviously Home by the Lee was also in that race, so he'd beaten him. And he's a 7-1 shot. And I think, given the prices, I think I'm willing to take a chance on him at 7-1 rather than the others further up the betting that I think have doubts and question marks about. So my selection for this race, although he is very much a lunatic, would be asterion forlange. And then the other race I'm just going to touch on is obviously the Savills Chase, the rematch between Factifile and Galloping de Champs, this time at 3 miles rather than the 2.5 that it was in the John Durkin. This is Galloping de Champs' playground, as it were. This is his home territory at Leopardstown. I think his best performance for last season came here in this race last year. And Factifile, I think, is going to have to improve again to get to Galloping de Champs round here, but especially over 3 miles. But will he or won't he? Is this going to be the change in the guard that people were talking about after the John Durkin? I'm not sure. Currently, you can get 11-8 about the pair, and then it's 10-1 bar them. I'm willing, like I did with the Constitution Hill and Lossiemouth race there, I'm willing just to watch and brief, see what happens in this race, and then work out potentially a plan in regards to the Gold Cup afterwards. But it should be a hell of a race between the two, especially if they both turn up in their top form, and we know that they can do. Obviously, Factifile destroyed Gaelic Warrior around here in the DRF, and obviously Galloping loves it round Leopardstown, so it should be a great clash to watch. And you don't always have to bet in races, you can just sit and watch and enjoy. Not a problem at all. And then Limerick is the other race I'm going to touch on Saturday. It's the Faugheen Novices Chase in Perry Pass, who I have people who know me very well know I like this horse a lot. I obviously said at the start of last season, going into his into open hurdling last year, that I thought he beat Constitution Hill in the Champion Hurdle. Obviously, I was nuts saying that. That's never going to happen now. He's 10-11 favourite for this after winning at Fairyhouse, which I thought was a very messy race. Obviously, there was a lot of commotion over the last, and obviously we had a couple of fallers as well. And so, not sure how that form's going to work out from the last race. He did it nicely in the end, but back down to 2 mile 3. This could potentially is his trip, but at 10 to 11 I'm willing to take him on. And you got next in the betting is Sam Majest and Search for Glory. I think these are both tentatively going to be looking at handicaps further down the line, especially Sam Majest. I know he won last time out, but sorry, I think he's in here just to get his handicap mark that down, to be honest. And Search for Glory, I think this field's too small for him to play a big hand in it. I think he's going to be ridden. He's going to have ridden with a chance, but whether he's good enough to win this race remains to be seen. Which brings me to Mirazor West now. I mentioned this boy before a couple of weeks ago because he was entered up at Ascot. Didn't run there, comes here again, right-handed track, which will suit him. He's one of my novice chasers to follow. He's up in trip, now up to 2 mile 3, and if he brings out his best form, especially going right-handed, surely got a chance here. And currently priced up at 12 to 1. I'm willing to take a swing at him at 12 to 1, going his favourable way round, and hopefully he has a chance here. Obviously the form from his Tipperary race is working out. His only by night has gone and won very comfortably since. So hopefully Mirazor West can do well here. And quickly moving on to Sunday, there's 2 races on Sunday that I want to talk about quickly. Firstly, the Mares Hurdle. We have no decorations, so I'm not going to dive too much into it. Challow Conti is currently favourite, but she's entered up in 3 races, so we're not sure where she's going to go. But one that would take interest, now I'm not going to mention her and not going to put her up as a best bet or nothing, but one that would take interest is July Flower if she runs here. Now, she originally was with Henry de Bromhead. She then got moved to France. I can't remember who trained her in France now. But since the end of last season, she's then come back to Henry de Bromhead. If she runs here and this is her first start, she could potentially be a nice type to keep on side for the Mares division this season if she does run here. I'm not sure what price she is at the moment because there is no prices for this race currently. But I think if she runs, she will definitely be a selection for me. I will obviously put that up on Saturday night if she does run. And the other race quickly to touch on obviously is the Neville Hotels Hurdle, the grade 1 over 2 miles, State Man versus Brighter Days Ahead Part 2. I think again it's a match between these two in this race. The next in the betting is Lossy Mouth. Obviously she ran today, so she won't be running. We haven't had the declarations as yet, but I think these two will be a small field. These two will go up against it again, and I think State Man will get his revenge. He's currently priced at 4 to 7, so he's not a betting proposition for me at 4 to 7. I'm willing again, like with the Galloping Fact Fire race, just sit back, watch the race, and intrigued to see how he runs. Obviously, with Constitution Hill coming out today and winning well, if one of these are going to put a dent into the champion hurdle market, they're going to have to do something very, very special in this race to kind of upstage Conhill, which I think is very unlikely the way he won today. But State Man, if anything, he's round Leopardstown. It's his favourite track. He probably runs best round here. I think 4 to 7, if you're willing to get involved at 4 to 7, which I'm not, I think it could be quite a decent bet, to be honest. But that's each to their own. I won't be getting involved at 4 to 7 myself. So quickly a recap / my best bets for the Saturday and Sunday. We got First Confession in the Challow at 25 to 1 for the Tizzards. In the Savills Hurdle, Asterion Forlange for the Mullins stable, currently 7 to 1. And for the Faugheen Novice Chase, again on the Saturday, again for Mullins, is Mirazor West, currently priced at 12 to 1. I won't be doing no treble, double, anti-post, treble, double, etc. No need the 3 runners. We'll just stick to singles in this race. I hope you all enjoyed that quick, sharp video. And I hope you all have a good weekend punting wise. And I hope you all had a good Christmas and Boxing Day, and everybody won lots of money, didn't eat too much food, and enjoyed themselves very much so. I will be back on Monday. I'm going to do another video Monday, potentially put out Monday night in regards to Cheltenham on New Year's Day, Wednesday, and then I'll do another weekend preview probably Thursday again. Looking forward to this following Saturday and Sunday. But thanks again for listening, guys, and happy punting.